As Arkansas voters started casting ballots in early voting, out came the campaigners to drum up support for their candidates. Becky Bozeman says hotly contested local races in Chicot County are bringing people to the polls this year.
We've got mayor that's up for reelection, or two new mayors actually, treasurer, collector, several city council members, and I think that's what's mainly getting people here.
But voters will also find 3 referendum questions placed there by lawmakers and another by other voters with the help of a court ruling. LaSondra Chatman says those questions need some more explaining.
Some of the issues are really simple. The marijuana issue, yeah, that's self-explanatory.
But some of these other ones are a little more complicated, huh?
They are.
We'll get to that self-explanatory marijuana referendum later. But to explain it and the other questions, we went to the best source we could find, retired 10th Judicial District Judge Sam Pope. Question 1. Who gets to call a special session? Currently, only the governor can do that. A yes vote would let a majority of lawmakers call themselves into special session. Judge Pope says it addresses some recent tug-of-war at the Capitol.
Certainly, there's been more proactivity lately, and I assume that's what they're trying to address.
Question 2 would make it harder for voters to put a referendum on the ballot or amend the Arkansas Constitution. It would raise the bar from 50 to 60% in the number of votes required to get a question on the ballot. Judge Pope says that measure does one simple thing.
Well, to make it harder to get initiated acts initiated by the voters on the ballot.
Question 3 addresses religious freedom in Arkansas. Judge Pope says it protects our right to worship as we want and aligns the Arkansas Constitution more closely with the U.S. Constitution.
It kind of addresses the standards of review that take place in the court systems and put some things in our law that we presently don't have. We have some federal protections, but there's some protections in the state that the amendment puts in our Constitution.
Finally, question 4 would make it legal for anyone 21 or older to have and use up to 1 ounce of marijuana. No prescription needed. While the debate over the merits of that rages on, Judge Pope believes this question deals with big business more than anything else.
Personally, I think the aim is to make money for the corporations that are sponsoring. It seems to do a pretty good job of that, but of course they wrote it. They've done it in Colorado, they've done it in California, and it's an effort to come here because we did vote to liberalize our medical marijuana laws in the last election, I believe it was, and I think they're just trying to get the foot in the door because of that vote then.
Perhaps. Recent poll numbers show this issue at a statistical dead heat. That leaves voters like Becky Bozeman wondering.
As far as how it's going to go here, I'm not sure.
Yeah. She and Chatman advised voters to do their homework before heading to the polls this year. In Chicot County, Dennis Turner, the Delta News.
I don't know. Is that Miss Mary Lisa?
No, I don't see Miss Mary.
The other ladies with the sign.